So the gap isn't a lack of innovation, it's a lack of integration. Ophthalmology has exceptional science, strong clinical insights, and rapidly advancing technologies. But these elements often evolve in parallel rather as a true collaboration. Existing forms tend to be very siloed, either highly academic, highly industrially driven, or narrowly clinical. Focus AI was created to bridge those divides. It's not just another meeting, it's a working platform where we design a real dialogue, accelerated decision making, and that happens across disciplines. The goal is to move beyond just presenting at a conference and towards interaction and ultimately action. So breakthroughs are happening, whether in imaging, in therapeutics, in data science, but they often are slow to reach the patients. A part of the challenge is the fact that there's a lack of shared frameworks for evaluating the value to the physician and to the patients, which are the ones who stand in the center. Innovation doesn't fail because of the lack of ideas, obviously, but it stalls because of the ecosystem, which is not necessarily designed to move those ideas efficiently into clinical practice. And with AI being the upcoming tsunami in our field, we have to jump on the train, otherwise, the train's going to pass us by. So, in my mind, none of those groups could actually solve a problem alone. Clinicians understand unmet needs, research generate new knowledge, and industry enables scale and execution. But without this alignment, progress is usually incremental. And with AI coming in, we have to be disruptive, not necessarily incremental. Creating a shared space allows for both earlier, meaningful collaboration, and it shifts the conversation from handoffs between stakeholders to co-creation. That's where you begin to see smarter trial design, more relevant endpoints, ultimately solutions that are both innovative and implantable. So AI is different. It allows to extract clinically meaningful signals from data at scale in real time at a resolution that we never had previously. It's something that was impossible previously. And in ophthalmology, when imaging is central, this is transformative because it enables us to move from descriptive medicine to predictive and potentially preemptive care. So we identify earlier, we can treat earlier, and we're not just improving efficiency, we are potentially reshaping how we define disease, how early we can start treating, and how precisely we can start treating it. The level of shift is not incremental, this is foundational. This is changing the life of ophthalmology as we know it. So, look, our current frameworks are largely crude. They're late stage. We're looking at late stage marker of disease. It's often structural, functional changes. Those usually appear through the disease progression at a later stage. When they've already occurred, that's when we start treating. So the limits are both clinical care and innovation. It constrains us to how we design trials, how we stratify patients, how we assess treatment response. With more advanced analytics and with AI driven insight, we have the opportunity to identify earlier, more nuanced biomarkers, redefining disease in many ways because it's more dynamic, it's more precise, it's more clinically actionable, and this is true for ophthalmic diseases, but also to systemic diseases, where we can actually diagnose and monitor through the eye in diseases like Alzheimer's or high blood pressure and so forth. So the eye, in the essence, is the mirror to systemic diseases. And this is something that we need to take into account and leverage in ophthalmology. From a clinical perspective, that means earlier diagnosis, better stratification of patients, and more personalized treatment pathways, specifically vis-a-vis the urgent need for regulation, as this is an evolving field and it evolves very, very fast. Scientifically, this means aligning research efforts around meaningful, translatable questions. And for patients, it ultimately means better outcomes and hopefully preserving vision and more so improving the quality of life down the road. If Focus and I can help in creating a more connected ecosystem where ideas move more efficiently from concept to care, then we have achieved our purpose.